Hey everybody, I'm Evan. Pour yourself a mug of tea and I'll show you a game that you have probably never heard of. Today we're going to talk about the game Through the Woods, which is a game from 2021 designed by Masato Usugi. If you know that name, he has done such games as Paper Tales, Welcome to the Dungeon, and he's got a new trick-taking game out called Lunar, which I know a lot of people are liking. And the artist on this one is Shigeru Mizuchi. It's basically a set collection and track movement game for 2 to 6 players. Well, why don't we go down to the table where I'll show you a brief overview, and then I'll show you some of the art, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you why I like this art and where you can find it. The gameplay for Through the Woods is pretty simple. The idea is you take your animal and move them as far as you want along this track, collecting whichever tile that you stop on, which will have certain number of acorns and a flower or a berry used for set collection at the end of the game or in each round. The acorns are then used to buy objective cards at the bear store. When you get there, the first person is allowed to buy objective cards for cheaper. So you don't want to go too fast and not collect any tiles along the way, but you don't want to get there too slow either, because then these are very expensive. And then the person with the most points after 3 rounds is the winner and gets to ride the bear swing. That's basically it. But let's take a closer look at this art. I would like to mention that my copy does have an English translation of all the objective tiles, and this QR code sheet here with the English rules on it. So that's Through the Woods. There are some copies available on Amazon Japan if you want to try to track some down, but I believe you have to search under the Japanese name to find it, not the English name, because it may be a different sort of translated name. There was an American distributor for this game, Big Cat Games, but they've since gone out of business, so I think that's the only place you can actually find it now. The reason I like the art in this game is it just gives me like this warm and cozy type feeling, almost like a children's book that like my grandma would have had like in her cabinet that I would have pulled out and read every day. I don't know, it just gives me like this warm feeling like that. So, and I really enjoy this artist's work. I wish they would do more. I do have one more game in my collection by this artist. Maybe we'll get to that on this show someday. But yeah, that's Through the Woods. Thanks again for having me on this show, and happy tea time, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.